Yeah.
But if we want to go over to the other side, looking at Dakpo and Orex, I mean, you've got two guys that are just renowned here in this region for their doubles prowess.
Oh my God! I was talking to Orex. I was like, hey, I didn't see Dakpo anywhere. I was like, who are you teaming with? He was like, Dakpo. I'm like,
Oh boy, yeah.
Because Orex is phenomenal as a teammate. Dakpo is known as the doubles legend around here. So I mean, like putting those two together, that's like a power trip right there, man. That's like Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. You don't want to mess with that.
Yeah. I mean, Dakpo's won like, I think he's won Shockwave's doubles sets with like, or tournaments rather, with 4 different teammates. And if he does it with Orex tonight, that would be his 5th separate teammate that he's won Shockwave with.
Yeah.
You know, Awestin used to be a pretty static teammate for Dakpo. I know Dakpo's won doubles with Kaze. I'm pretty sure he's teamed with Lima once before.
Yeah, that seems like an obvious thing.
Yeah, but I mean, Dakpo Orex, this is absolutely a team that can do it, because you see, you've got Luigi and Peach. These are two guys that in doubles they are made to do loads of damage, and what's going to be interesting is seeing how Orex sort of handles that front line dynamic, because obviously putting Luigi on the front line for a double set, it's not quite recommended. You do get that hiss out of there. So seeing Orex take front line with the Peach, we're going to be seeing if that'll work out against the team, because normally if you put it in your head that Peach is going to be out there on the front line, she's going to be throwing out a lot of hitboxes using that float to reduce that landing lag. But against Bayonetta, it's definitely not safe to just throw out a bunch of hitboxes, because she's got that witch time.
She's got that witch time, and not only that, she has that witch twist as well. So, I mean, like, if you throw out a bad hitbox, guess what? You're getting combo to 40, 50, possibly even death if you're not SDIing correctly. One thing that I do want to note about this team is that, granted, it's a simple combo, but it's very, very deadly because you have Orex on there. Orex is very good at conditioning people, and when he conditions people to shield, he gets that one little grab, and Dakpo, for some reason, I don't know how he does it, like, he teleports right next to you, and you're just dead. There's nothing personal, kid, and next thing you know, you're exploding from, like, all the way up to the top, and you get hit with the Luigi up B.
Yeah. Dakpo, he is so doubles aware. He is always where he needs to be at the right time, and hopefully you guys will get to see just exactly what I'm talking about coming up here in just a second, because as we said earlier, Awestin and C2 on one team, Dakpo Orex on another. And yeah, man, I mean, I'm just excited to see how this goes. Obviously, it's always fun to see Awestin play doubles or singles, because he always pulls out such crazy stuff. So
yeah, he always pulls out such crazy stuff. C2, me and him had a talk about doubles one time. He was like, I don't feel like the scene here is as strong as the scene in Alabama as far as doubles go. We had a little bit of a disagreement about that, but that proves how good of a doubles player that C2 is, or how confident he feels anyway.
And he's definitely proven that he's got that doubles prowess. But here we go, starting game 1. Starting on Lilat, interestingly, which is not often in singles a starting stage that you see often. But in doubles, you actually see Lilat pretty often, and that's because it has a lot of that flat space and a lot of wide angles to get your combos going and to separate people if you want to. And I think, importantly, that's going to do wonders for the blue team, simply because you've got Luigi and Peach on the green team who are going to be very easy to separate.
Yeah, and not only that, you're seeing right now, I feel like Awestin and C2 have just kind of like separated the two, and I feel like Dakpo and Orex are more of a combo team, so this is absolutely working out great for them, because look at the percentage difference between the two.
I mean, well, so one of the big, so we've talked about what the blue team has going for them on this team, as Dakpo just does it.
Great punish, too. So he's using the side B as a kill confirm. If Sushi side B to him, you might as well just, like, you know, air dodge. You might as well done like a spot dodge. You're dead as soon as you do that side B into him.
And meanwhile, you know, able to pick up that other kill with the Luigi Cyclone, but like I was going to get into, you know, we talked about what the blue team has going for them on this stage, but to talk about what the green team's got going for them, Peach is going to be able to really efficiently cover those platforms. As you can see right there, she's got that float. She has the option to cover below and above the platforms simply with one float. And right now, Orex taking big advantage of the stage, putting Awestin off stage, but a good forward air to cover himself as he comes back. Yeah,
and one thing to note too, I think this, if I actually had to guess, I think this was Dakpo and Orex's pick after they did like a rock, paper, scissors ban for it. Ness has to recover on the stage against three characters that have no problem recovering on the stage whatsoever.
Well, and you could also say 4 because Lilat is also not going to help.
Oh, yeah. You're correct on that. Right now, it's looking really good for the green team. They almost kind of brought this back. I mean, oh, are you dead? Yeah,
you are dead.
never mind, Bayonetta shutting me up. My man was at 55%, and yeah, she just kind of blew it up in my face. Thank you.
Well, C2 knows what he's doing, man. I mean, a lot of people will know him for that Rosalina, but, you know, not a lot of people know that he's got that big Bayonetta in his pocket. Not even pocket, he's just a straight-up secondary now that he is absolutely working fine. Meanwhile, Awestin dropping his first stock, so that's why you're going to see C2 take a little bit of extra time to recover and comes down with the Nair to get that second stock off of Orex.
Yeah, and right now, blue team has a slight advantage. If they do manage to kill this Bayonetta, it's going to be, of course, even stocks. If my man Orex doesn't die off the top, of course.
But C2 not able to pick out the kill. Dakpo just going to go in, probably looking for a misfire. That would be big.
I respect it. I respect it. If he got the misfire, that would have been great. But unfortunately did not. And Bayonetta is going to be dying to that peach forward there, of course.
Ooh, Awestin went for a big, risky PK fire that would have made everything safe for him if he had been able to connect it. But Dakpo ran in, perfect, shielded it, got that grab combo started. That's why this is nearly an even game. But both of these green team members are in kill percent, whereas only Awestin is in that kill percent right now on the blue team.
Yeah, oh, get to. Oh, are you dead? Okay, no, you're not dead.
No.
I decided not to run up smash. I guess he didn't feel like it would kill at the current moment.
I'm thinking a pivot grab, however, with the rage that he had, may have been able to net a back throw kill.
Actually, yeah, you're completely correct on that. I didn't even think about the pivot grab. Oh, runs up
and
just
speaking of pivots, yeah.
Gets a little bit of dome, and now Bayonetta is left by herself. Nice DI down or SDI down. Okay.
Good coverage there by Orex. You can see that these two green team members, once they have the opportunity, they're absolutely in the right place at the right time. And look at how they're sharking under each of those platforms. That makes it so that if C2 wants to land, he's either got to contest a hitbox or land in the center of those two, and you do not want to get sandwiched between a Peach and a Luigi.
Yeah. I mean, granted, okay, I think they're just going to play a long game here. They have no reason to go in for like some super hard kill read. They're just playing the long game.
Oh my gosh.
They're just camping him out. I mean, that's all you have to do, really. What's he gonna do, a side B, run into like an up smash or get grabbed, of course?
Oh,
wow. That up smash almost, a little bit too committal, almost got caught.
dash attack does live through it, though. I mean, with rage, that dash attack is crazy. And surprisingly, Bayonetta, light character, you got to attribute that to really good DI by C2 there, who's, you know, speaking of good things that C2's doing, the patience game on him, waiting for those opportunities to open up for him. He is not afraid to sit off stage. He knows that there's not a lot that these two characters can do unless Orex gets aggressive. And then if he goes out too far, overextends, he's in a really bad spot.
Yeah, and the important thing to notice about this is that he has 3 minutes and 11 seconds to work with. He has nothing but...
But Lilac getting in the way.
Lila is not Bayonetta's best stage, FYI. No, I'm kidding, of course. But, I mean, they played the long game, and the long game ended up working out for him. Lila came in the clutch and decided to take his life. They were only one back air away, though. One back air away, one of them would have died, and they'd been left with a Bayonetta versus Luigi or a Peach, and both of those characters don't go even or win that matchup.
Yeah, I mean, Dakpo would have had to look for, you know, likely a grab, get a back throw. You know, it's a really tough situation once Luigi doesn't have the options available at those mid-percents to get those kill confirms.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, with Peach, at least you can probably get a throw off the stage eventually. She's got a lot of options to deal with Bayonetta as long as you're on the ground. Now, Lilac makes that a little bit more difficult, but Green Team was able to wait it out, knowing that human error would eventually put Lilac on their side if C2 is staying off stage, and eventually it did. And that's why we're here on a blue team counter pick, Town and City, for Game 2.
Yeah, this is a good counter pick because Bayonetta kills off top. Also, a slight little note. I have talked to Orex before. Maybe this is a bad thing to say on stream, of course, but he says he has no... Oh my god, are you about to die again? Okay, sorry.
Okay. I was about to say, Dakpo's about to hold that L for Orex.
Okay, I was going to say Orex is not very good at SDI, basically. He's not very good on a spot for it. So, if C2 gets a hold of Orex, that could potentially be death every time he gets a hold of him.
I cannot believe Dakpo went for that super jump punch, and it would have killed if it was grounded.
Yeah, I mean, Dakpo believes. And sometimes to be a top player, you have to believe. Ooh, goodness gracious. Aggressive high five to the back of the head for Bayonetta, knocking her out.
And this is one of the things that we were talking about earlier, right, is that Orex was able to find that kill because he's playing Peach and he's able to cover those platforms so efficiently. That's one of the main statues of Peach's play. Meanwhile, speaking of covering platforms, C2 right there to cover Dakpo, landing with that back air, take out that first kill for the blue team.
Okay, looking for a combo. Oh, it gets a soft hit of back air. I think a strong hit with the back air would have killed. Speaking of Shockwave to the back here, C2 clean up that stock right there. And I think it's going to be completely blue team favor at the current moment anyway.
Although you do have that 50% built up on Bayonetta, and it's important to get that racked up quickly because then she's got to play a lot more careful. She can't just go super aggressive. Forward air, getting Awestin off stage, and that'll let them put more damage onto C2 here.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at these passes back and forth between Dakpo and Orex. You'd think that they've been teaming for months.
Yeah, you'd think they would be teaming for months, but that's what happens when you're just great doubles players. They just know how to work around each other as far as areas and just particular things go. Oh, wow, he gets the misfire, making him back on stage.
That made the recovery so much better for Dakpo because Orex was having to deal with a big C2 play right there. And it was so huge for Dakpo just to be able to make it back and not have to have Orex focus on two things. But meanwhile, Dakpo getting taken off the top by C2.
Okay, back throw. Now we have to worry about Orex being off stage against Bayonetta. Air dodging his heart out at the current moment.
That's not going to work in Ultimate, man.
Yeah, it's not going to work at all. Oh my goodness. Dakpo is getting carried way too high up there.
Well, that's one of the things about Luigi is that he definitely has a weak landing game. And so that's why he has to rely on Orex to keep C2 from carrying him up there. He has to impose that there is a threat for taking Dakpo up there and not killing him. Ooh. Meanwhile, that looked like Awestin just nared C2 off the top.
Yeah, I mean, I think she was at pretty high percentages. I can't recall completely, but she was pretty high percentages, so she was definitely going to die if any
Speaking of definitely die.
Back throw that back throw.
It's so good.
It's so dumb. All right, anyway, getting back to the matchup here.
Another really good pass there between Orex and Dakpo. Dakpo knew exactly where that throw was going to send. He was positioned perfectly on the platform. Now Orex.
Okay, not going for a forward throw, surprisingly.
Yeah, that may kill.
Yeah, I feel like that would kill. Oh, that's definitely going to kill.
Oh, yeah.
All right, this is a really weird area right now because if they can somehow kill C2, who should be, in my opinion, just playing absolutely evasive.
I think that may have been supposed to be a forward smash and not a forward tilt.
Okay. All right, this is coming down to the wire right now. 108.45 versus 108.30 at this current moment.
You got to know, in a double set like this, especially where both teams are so good at passing between each other and, you know, covering each other's tracks, it's so important that you're the team that gets into that 2v1 situation first. And now, especially since Orex is playing a slower character, he's got to be so careful with this.
Yeah, but, you know, what carries Orex is he's great neutral. He's been in this situation plenty of times before. Let's see if he can clutch it out. All right, it's going to be off stage versus Bayonetta. And a PK Thunder. It still makes it back. That's going to be it.
No, not quite yet. Across stage, Awestin doesn't quite have the rage to net that kill yet, but now he definitely does.
Yeah.
Left side of the stage, back throw left, you're done.
Yeah, you're pretty much done at that point. So what I was going to note, too, is that it was very interesting to see that when Awestin got a hold of one of the characters in his back throw, it was like that 90%. It was like not going to kill, but it was due to the fact that Bayonetta is very, very ridiculous. She could up B and then immediately up air as well. She's one of the few characters that can follow up on a back throw from Ness, which is pretty impressive. Yeah. So I'm actually liking these this character pick between these teams.
Yeah, they definitely have a really good synergy, especially on the blue team. Simply because if you're playing Ness, you're there to be the one that takes stocks and does damage, whereas with Bayonetta, you're like, yes, come chase me as I flutter through the air like a butterfly. You know, so they've been playing that dichotomy really well on the blue team. And again, I think the big thing with the green team, with Dakpo and Orex, is that these are both characters that can kill and do really well. Now, Peach is going to be more of an aggressor, as we've seen so far, but Dakpo's not afraid to get his hands dirty, and he's been doing a really good job of playing so martial with Luigi.
Yeah, and yeah, as you brought up before, like he's doing up Bs and when like in these really small instances when he just thinks he has to punish. I said if he has that goal to do it, then he's definitely gonna be just like throwing it out whenever he feels like. And Battlefield is a very, very good stage.
Again, you know, we want to go back to how good Peach is at covering platforms. It's especially difficult for Ness to get off those platforms because he's got the floaty qualities that he does. Peach is going to be so good at keeping him up there, so that's going to be one of the keys for the green team. However, the other key is to not let Bayonetta juggle them so much, because Luigi also has the problem that Ness has sometimes getting down, apart from the fact that he has a better nair for getting down.
Yeah. At this current moment, C2 is really just putting him in the corner right now, and it looks like Orex almost has no answers.
Floating right back in. Dakpo distracted with with fighting Awestin on the other side, and that's kind of uncharacteristic because we're talking about how good Dakpo's doubles awareness is, and because of it, he built up so much percent, gets taken out off the side, and Orex going to be too low to recover, which means that Dakpo's got to get his hands dirty again while Orex comes back.
Yeah, I mean, you can be great in doubles, but if Awestin has to fight him, he has to deal with Awestin in, like, you know, of course, just neutral and everything. And Awestin is, don't forget, he's PR'd right now. He's number 4, as a matter of fact.
Number 4, Texas.
Number 4, not 4. Not
sorry,
four
no,
Texas.
not number 4, Texas. Sorry.
And in DFW, he is PR'd in Texas as well. He is a general monster, to be honest with you.
I'm not going to lie with you, I had the two mixed up in my head.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine. We released 2 PRs at almost the exact same time.
Austin's what, number 8 Texas?
I think, yeah, number 8 Texas.
Yeah, number 8 Texas.
Because it goes 8, then 9 being this guy, and then, of course, 10 being C2.
Yeah. Speaking of C2, man, just losing his stock pretty recently, but so far been taking really good advantage of Battlefield, and especially how big the blast zones are, because let's take a look at Dakpo and Orex, right? These two guys are playing characters that take centuries to recover. They're so floaty, and they have to take such a long time to get back over to that ledge before they can use their recovery move. And C2, Awestin, been taking real big advantage of it, and look at that offstage play. Such good text there from C2 to keep himself alive.
Yeah, because he definitely have died at like 70, 50% and gave the green team the big old lead that they wanted to. Don't forget, this is a best of 3. This is not no best of 5. So whoever wins this is going to, of course, grand finals, and whoever loses this is going to losers, where you only have, I think, 2 more chances to get to, or 1 more chance to get to grand finals. All right, anyway, at the current moment.
Wow. The triple roll in from Dakpo.
You know, sometimes it works. I mean, you know, you're a top player. People expect you not to roll sometimes, and when you do roll, it kind of throws them off guard.
You can see how Orex took
Great tech.
You can see how Orex took to the upper right of that platform, forcing Awestin, if he wanted to go after him while he had the advantage of Dakpo being off stage, he would have to put himself in a bad state being on that platform. Meanwhile, though, Dakpo going to lose that stock. Orex and Awestin each holding on to 2 at high kill percents, and it's going to be Orex to drop that second stock first.
Yeah, if they can somehow get rid, of course, of C2, I mean, all it takes is 1 grab and 1 up B, and that's going to be the end of his life. Right now, it's really essential that Awestin stays alive as long as he possibly can.
Actually, here you go again. I disagree with C2 going, extending his punish on Dakpo off stage when he could have been taking advantage of going after Orex on stage, but instead he's just going to show us the power of Bayonetta.
The power of Bayonetta, the power of being the best character in this game.
Again, and again, it's a lot of doubles, especially on Battlefield, is about knowing when to stop your push and aggression on a character that's off stage. And when Awestin was off stage there, Orex needed to take advantage of the fact that he had the 1v1 against C2 and almost had the kill with the downer.
He accidentally saved him. He had to recover himself, hit the up B, and just end up saving that Bayonetta when she could have possibly be dead right now. And in a 1v1 scenario, it's a toss-up between Orex and Awestin. But right now, that doesn't really matter at the current moment. He is stuck between a rock and a hard place. He has to deal with 2 of the very best here in Texas.
And right there, you saw the problem with Dakpo being so floaty is that Awestin being so floaty is that he wasn't able to cover every option Orex had on that top plat, with C2 covering the left side, so they weren't able to get everything. But 2v1 situation against a Peach, they are eventually able to clutch it out, and Awestin and C2, winner's side grand finals for doubles.